Here's how I almost got scammed of 1 million naira and how I avoided it. You will not like this story. So someone I know reached out to me asking if I would buy some crypto, specifically Bitcoin. So I gave him the rates, that's normal, and he requested my wallet address. I was acting as a middleman for someone else. So let's call that middleman that he was acting for T-Pain. Right. Now, a few days later, one of my loyal clients who always trades BTC with me reached out to sell. And so he said like, oh, I want to sell BTC. And I'm like, okay, fine, no trouble. And then, so I sent him my wallet address, the same one that I always use for P2P trades. So my loyal clients sent me the BTC at exactly 12:01 p.m. Now, here's where it gets interesting. An hour later, the previous guy, the middleman, messaged me and said, oh, his T-Pain that wants to sell the BTC has sent it already. And I'm like, who does that? Why would you not tell me before you're sending? You just send. So he even sent me screenshots that looks like it was legit, because like T-Pain has sent him screenshot about it. So he forwarded the screenshot to me and he asked me to confirm if I received the BTC. So the funny thing is that he quoted the exact same amount that my loyal client had sent to me. I'm like, how? So, because naturally, I was expecting 2 transactions, right? So my own client's transaction, and now that this guy had said he had sent, I was expecting his own transaction. So since my client's BTC already reflected in my wallet, of course, I asked him, have you sent it? He said, yes, he has sent it and all. So I went ahead to pay my own client first and converted, it to Naira and then paid him. And so I was now waiting for this other guy's own to come in. And he did not come in. I was like, Alpha, as your guy sent it, I followed up with, the middleman. Alpha, your T-Pain, has he sent the money? I've not seen any new transaction yet. So he went back and checked to follow up with his T-Pain, and I said, okay, if you've not sent it, well, send me transaction hash, because they were still insisting that they had sent the money. They had sent the BTC rather. When he sent the transaction hash, I checked it. It showed like the BTC had entered my account. So I told my other loyal client to send his own transaction hash. And guess what? The transaction hash were the exact same thing. So apparently, it was a scam. So I went back to my loyal client and I asked, sir, someone just tried to do XYZ, but you're sure this money left your account? And no, just to be sure, so nobody will now tell me wanting. And he was like, oh, yes. Basically, this is my loyal client. We've been trading for years. So I went back to this other guy. Since I knew it was a scam, and I asked him, how well do you know this person, this T-Pain, that you're acting as a middleman for? How well do you know him? And he admitted that they had only met on one random platform like that. They just met, all these other P2P platforms. It probably was even a WhatsApp group. And then I told him that that guy tried to scam. So here's what was happening. Let me cross my leg for this one. T-Pain's plan was simple. But it was smart, even though it was simple. He was collecting wallet addresses from OTC traders through middlemen that probably would not know what was happening and tracking them, scanning those incoming transactions. So he probably wrote a Python script for it. I don't know, but maybe he wrote a script to track the wallet addresses. So any incoming transaction, he probably will get a notification. So when a transaction hits that wallet, T-Pain will reach out using the middleman that he used to collect that, wallet address, and claim that he was the one who sent the BTC or any single coin. He will quote the exact amount that has just been received, and he will send the wallet the transaction hash. Now you could ask, how did he get in transaction hash? Because of blockchain explorers. The blockchain is decentralized, so everybody can see anything that's happening in any wallet. Cool. So what T-Pain expected was that I would trust him and pay him first. So that's why they go through middlemen. Because this person is somebody that I know. So I'll be like, you can't rob me or you can't cheat me. But if I don't, the person might also be getting scammed. So these guys were trying to scam people. This was very smart. They're trying to scam people through their friends without the friends knowing that they were getting scammed. Do you understand? So what T-Pain expected was that I would trust him, I'll pay him the Naira first, and then move on without realizing that it was my real client who sent the BTC. So this is what they were trying to do. So how do you avoid falling for this scam as an OTC trader? Simple. Verify every transaction off-chain first. Verify it off-chain, and it's really good if you maybe take 2 minutes or 3 minutes to see whether the person who sent you the money, comes through. So verify every transaction off-chain before making any payments. That's number 1. 2, confirm the exact amount with your clients. How much did you send? How many BTC? Or how much is the dollar equivalent of it? And make sure that the person you are speaking to is actually the one sending the transaction and not a middleman. So if it's a middleman, there's a way to take care of middlemen, but they also need to be sure. But if it's not, make sure, ask, are you a middleman? So I think this is the third thing. If you're dealing with a middleman, always request a transaction hash. That is, if you don't know this person, or like you guys have not traded for a while and stuff, always request the transaction hash. Use it to verify the funds, the amount, and when the transaction is executed. Very important. So there's this thing we usually say in crypto: don't trust, verify. Scammers use middlemen because these middlemen already have a relationship with OTC traders. For example, this guy already had a relationship with me. So, and he's a reputable person, but he himself didn't know he was getting scammed. So they use this, don't trust, verify. Scammers use these middlemen because they already have a relationship with the OTC traders. And they want to use that relationship that they have with OTC traders to leverage the trust against you. So always confirm that the coin has arrived in your wallet before you send Naira. Now, on a final note, if you are an OTC trader and you've seen this scam before, or if it's been attempted on you, let me know in the comments. And please share this video with other OTC traders you know. Let's stay one step ahead of these scammers. Thank you. God. So when T-Pain expected, God, I hate using teleprompters.